So here we're looking at the game by Hikaru, where he won very quickly with black. So first of all, he's put his bishop on g7, so that could look like a modern defense. But then he decided to put his second bishop on b7. So you can see one bishop here looking on this diagonal and one bishop here looking over here. So the game continues, and now is the critical moment. You can see that Hikaru has developed all his pieces, and now white is attacking h6. So here he goes with g5. That's a pretty aggressive move because he hasn't castled, and then the knight could come over here. Now he does castle, and I think that black could play f5 potentially and f4, but in this position white had to find the best move, h4. And this is very interesting because obviously you cannot take, because the bishop would take on h6. And here what would black do? Well, if black tried to defend g5, then bishop c4 is very strong, so it's probably not a good idea. And if Hikaru were to play c5, then you would take here. If you take here, then I think this position is definitely better for white. And then you exchange, but white is a pawn up. In this position, instead of playing h4, white went for d5. Game continues, and here again, it's already very hard, but you could think of rook ad1 or possibly bishop h5 to try to attack these. But instead, white takes on e6. The game continues, and now let's just stop here. Knight e5. Look at this knight. This knight cannot be easily, moved away. He's controlling g4, could potentially go to c4, and this bishop is very active. So is this one. So if I sum up, this is clearly a position which is already better for black. And here, white absolutely blunders with f3. So here, what was the right move? Maybe you could do queen e2 to defend g4, and here rook f7 following that rook a f8, and potentially c5, c4, and you have a better position. f3 played, defending g4, and here rook take f3. Obviously you cannot take because I'm gonna take back and have a fork over here. So that was what white meets. So Nd5 played, taking this way, and here again, if you take back with a pawn, I do rook g3, and this is actually a winning attack. So bishop d5 played, rook a f8. You can still not take on f3 because I have this fork over here. The bishop retreats, rook g3. Again, g4 here is losing. It's gonna be taken, and you have a very strong attack. This is completely winning for black. So here rook g4 taken, rook f1. Now how many pawns is black up? 7 versus 4, completely winning. And after this, black resign. You have, of course, knight g4 attacking here. You can play d5, bishop g7. This is completely lost, and black resign on move 25. So again, very interesting opening here, and I think the key point was, of course, g5. And in this position, if white found h4, it's a very interesting game for white, but after d5, it was definitely better for black. So I hope you enjoyed this recap, and thank you again for watching.